Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chief Joseph Oletipango from East Africa, Kenya, and I'm quite happy to be here today in KIJ, July, August 2017. It is my first time to be here, and I'm quite happy to meet a number of scouts. And when I get back home, I have a lot of stories to share with my people back at home. Just to say a little bit about myself, I'm a tribal chief of the Maasai people of Kenya. And the Maasai people of Kenya are an indigenous people. That means we still live our way of life and we observe our traditions and culture. As a young Maasai boy, when I was growing, I had to follow my dad's or my parents and the elders' rules. And without cows, there are no Maasais. That means the life of an indigenous Maasai is typically dependent on the number of cows, goats, sheep that one owns. I grew looking after my father's cows. And when I was 18 years old, I was appointed to be a traditional leader. I'm representing more than 5,000 people in my village. And the Maasai in East Africa are found in two countries, that is in Kenya and Tanzania. We share similarities in culture, and these are things that we teach our children to observe and to respect. And when I am traveling here, I am a cultural ambassador of my people. And the main work that I do in my village is that to try and maintain peace with my people and with the neighboring communities. Also, I try to foresee some of the development activities within my village, and also try to link the communities and the central government. So when I'm traveling here to the United Kingdom, I come here to share mostly my culture. I've been to different scout groups and even to schools. And I'm quite happy that the people here, they host me, they take good care of me. And in return, I share our way of life with the students and even the scouts, whereby I try to share with them the life skills or survival skills that we try to do in Africa to be able to survive. Africa, where I come from, or Kenya typically, lies within the equator. And it is very dry where I come from. It's an arid and semi-arid lands of Africa. And the Maasai, we keep a lot of cattle. And the problems that the Maasai undergo are mostly caused by climatic change. There is a lot of climate change that we see today in our environment. And one of it is the drought. We have a lot of persistent drought. And as a Maasai, the pattern of rains are unpredictable. And we depend on rain patterns and our livestock because they depend on the grass and water. And when we are faced with big droughts, like currently in Kenya there is a big drought, the Maasai, we are forced to move from one place to another in search of green pasture and water for our cattle. And when our animals are very skinny, they cannot provide enough milk for the family. They do not even provide quality meat. So the families struggle a lot. And for the women, because the man is the head of the family, the man has to bring food to the table. And when the livestock are die, then it is very hard to bring food to the table. And even the families, the mothers, the children, they suffer. And even those children who go to school, they struggle a lot. So back in my village, we have a non-profit that is called Maasai Gold Salvage Outreach. In short, MaasaiOutreach.org. That is our website. And what we are trying to do is to teach our communities how to be self-reliant and to be able to, we teach the methods of how to cut the grass, maybe in time of drought, and so that we can feed our cattle. Another thing is that when we are faced, we try also, because the families buy the hay, so we try to teach their families how to conserve the grass and cut the hay so that they can feed the cattle in time of the drought. But with a number of animals and the land becoming shrink because with the population increase, it is very tough for the Maasai to keep quite a number of cattle like how we are used to. So we are teaching the Maasai people how to do paddocking, this new system of agriculture. And also, we are also introducing new methods of farming to the Maasai, like doing drip irrigation. So, having scouts down there in Africa, they can teach our communities how to do drip irrigation so that the Maasai and the poor communities can be self-reliant in food production. And the foods they can grow are green vegetables. These are new adaptive features that we are trying to get so that we can be self-reliant in food. Another thing is water. Because the Maasai, we are faced with drought where we have shortage of water, we try to raise funds to be able to put water systems or water storage tanks so that when it rains, we are able to harvest rainwater. So these are some of the things that even the students and scouts can come and do down there, teach the communities how to harvest rainwater. And another thing that for the schools, because when the kids go to school, when they report to school early in the morning from 7 a.m. in the morning, they stay all day there without even school lunch. So whenever scouts clubs become connected with these communities, they can help to fundraise to feed a school or to provide a school lunch. And £1 can go a long way to feed a child for almost 2 days or 3 days. So the little that people can really give, it goes a long way changing and impacting lifestyles. So another thing that we are trying to do with the communities there is the Maasai outreach tries to teach the women with women economic empowerment activities, so that the women can have a say at the village. They can also do their own activities and they can contribute to development with micro loans that maybe clubs can participate, maybe to women groups. I think they can give the women a voice to participate in the communities. So I'm quite glad to share more about our people. Another thing that the scouts can do within the communities is that share the skills with the communities that they find there. For example, they can come there to the schools. They can teach computer skills. They can, because in the families or within the communities, the schools are computer illiterate. So these kids, they can transfer to the students and even to the teachers, so that they can be, the students and the teachers can have IT or information technology. They can learn this with the entire world. So the other thing that the Maasai outreach tries to do is to teach the communities and the people down there how to love and conserve their culture. The tradition of the Maasai, like you see there, how I'm dressed today. This is typically my tradition and my culture. We teach our children how to love our culture, our clothing, our language, and also how to conserve. And despite the challenges that we are seeing in the world coming today, the children learn different cultures by interacting with other people. But we teach our children that they should love to be Maasai, to love the way we dress, to do even beadwork at home, because that's the main work of the women. And also the young boys can help their parents and keep the values that our parents teach us. Because as Maasai, we believe that our culture gives us an identity of who we are. So it's very important to us. So unless maybe you have a question with the audience, I'll be glad to maybe answer one or two questions if you have.
Are the Maasai becoming less nomadic? They're both here. The mic is fine. Yeah, you give it back to them. Everyone else.
Yes, I'd just like to ask, are the Maasai becoming less nomadic? Are you staying in one place more than you were?
Okay, just to respond to your question, the Maasai, with the shrinking of land and land adjudication system, it is changing the culture of the people. So they are becoming less nomadic because the government has tried to settle the Maasai. Although this is our culture, we can't do without the cattle. We believe even the cattle in the whole world once belonged to the Maasai. Even the one in the Europe, we don't know just how they came here. But that's our belief. We believe we came from the sky with all our cattle. So without cattle, there are no Maasais. So the Maasai, although they are becoming less nomadic, but this is something it is very hard to depart right now.
You say you are educating your children to understand the values of the Maasai. Are there any issues with children moving away from home in this current age and moving to the cities, etc.?
Yeah, with education and change of lifestyle, the children, because of poverty, are forced to go and look for smaller jobs in town. So the lifestyle is really changing for the kids. Although, as Maasai Outreach, what we are trying to do is to build technical institutions within the community so that these children can learn out of the village and they can give back to the community. So this is what we are trying to do. And with our girls, we are trying to teach them because, okay, the Maasai, when they marry off their girl at an early age of maybe 14, 15 years old, they deny the girl an opportunity to education. So the Maasai Outreach, we are trying to promote both gender and equality education for all, both for the boy and the girl. So we try to educate the girl, empower the girl, and even try to brush off some of the harmful traditions that are harmful to the girl, like early girl child education, early girl child marriage, because it denies the girl an opportunity or human rights issues to go to school. Another thing is female genital cutting, FGM. It's very common in my village. So we are trying, Max Outreach, we are trying to fight against that evil practice, which we believe is harmful to the girl, and we try to rescue these girls, save them, and put them to boarding school. Then we connect with our friends globally who can maybe help to support to retain these girls at school when they are thrown away by their parents because they have refused to follow the tradition of FGM. So we are trying to educate the community how to keep the children at school. So this is what we are trying to do.
Let the ladies go.
You said when you were 18 you became chief. Were you elected, or did you always know you were going to be the chief?
Okay, the way I became a chief is not an election post, but I was appointed to be a chief. In my age group, when I was 18 years old, that is when I was appointed to be a chief. And I carried it for life. So the elders came to my age group. They asked who you like your leader to be, your chief to be. When the age groups settled on me, they went to my parents and the elders told my parents they want to make me a chief. And then they conducted a big ceremony, but then they were able to bless me, and that's where I was given a power stick. This is my leadership talking stick. It's a symbol of power and authority for the chief. So, and I carry it for life. There are some things, values or qualities they look into. One is somebody who is honest, somebody who does not have, who is not envy, somebody who does not become angry quickly, somebody who has self-control, somebody who is not biased, somebody who is not biased, somebody who can try to balance issues, and somebody also who is welcoming. So somebody who does not become angry all the time and fights the people. So these are some of the qualities that they observe. And they blessed me and they gave me the authority to be the chief. Yeah.
I have a great interest in climate change. It's one of the things that I try to educate students at the University of Reading and elsewhere about. Could you briefly explain over what period of time the climate is changing? And is it the change due to the periods between rain, or is it to do with the way that the rain falls?
Yeah, about climate change. In fact, in my village, we have seen a lot of changes that has occurred. And one is the patterns of rain have really changed. They are unpredictable. And sometimes when they come, they are either very little or below average, or either it causes in some areas some floods. So it makes us to move from one place to another. So even those communities in Africa who are farmers, they cannot predict when is the planting season. And even to the Maasai, when we are faced with this climatic change or the rain patterns, so it throws us into disarray. When is the best time to maybe breed the animals, because maybe in the dry season it is very hard to breed animals. So it just really thrown us into distress. Another thing is that sometimes we have very strong winds. We have also sometimes very strong sunshine, that the insulation is too hot. So sometimes we have very cold nights. So some things are really happening that we do not understand because of climatic change.
There are many people in the West who are aware of this problem of climate change, and it goes under the title of climate justice. It's an initiative headed by Mary Robinson, who used to be President of Ireland in the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. And the theme behind it, which is similar to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, is that the people who are responsible for the climate change, the people who are responsible for climate change, are not the people who suffer as a result of climate change. So the question that we ask is, this climate justice, the people who cause the change are not the ones who suffer.
Yeah. I think climate change, when it occurs, like the droughts, when they occur, it affects almost everything. The human beings, the animals, human beings who depend on the animals. Because if the animals die, then the human beings also suffer. So I think there's really a lot of connection about it. So, and with Max Outreach, we are trying to do quite a number of things to try and see that we create a difference within the communities and serve or to help the communities that we are serving. And one, I've just mentioned about one way is by sharing skills and ideas to the poor communities in Africa of how to do things and carry out things. And like I've shared about farming, what can be done, about drip irrigation and different systems of farming. Also, helping with seed capital to the poor communities so that they can have something to regenerate back and be self-reliant and sustainable. So those are some of the things that really people can do to help. And with the girls, maybe help the girl child to have also a voice in the community by also trying to support them to have a voice and to have her identity in the community. So thank you very much. Again, if you like to help, you can look to our webpage, Maasai Outreach, MAGSA Outreach.org. Thank you very much.